Hey Pisces, it's February 7th, and this is your Sunstone Astrology horoscope for the day. I'd like to welcome you to the chart of the moment with none other but your ruler, Neptune, in your first house of individuality, starting new things. Neptune's been there for about 6 years. Pisces, Neptune in your first house might have a way of helping you go it solo. At least be yourself. Honor yourself. Honor your needs. I like the fact that you might be more apt to explore your own needs and, honor your self over these years, because Pisces tends to really concern him or herself about kind of the emotional state of others. They're very kind, compassionate people, Pisces, and they feel a lot. But it's good to tune in to yourself and have that sense of personal boundary, which the first house can bring. Anyway, as for today in particular, I'd like to zoom in over here on the moon in Scorpio. Okay? Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. In that sense, they say you're the most evolved sign, whatever that means for you. Maybe the world as a whole doesn't see Pisces as evolved quite yet. Maybe we're 50,000 years away from that until we can be completely all about the love, all about the compassion, like the Dalai Lama teaches, but as it stands, that doesn't exactly pay the bills. Anyway, the moon's in Scorpio. Scorpio's a water sign. So Pisces is usually fine with the watery, deep, dark depths of Scorpio. Even if Pisces would rather not have to experience the scariness of those emotions that come up with a Scorpio moon. It's certainly not something that Pisces cannot handle. You can handle those emotions. But, with the moon squaring the sun right now, actually, today the moon is exactly square the sun, which has been traveling through your 12th house in Aquarius, making a frictional alignment. So a square, that's why I'm drawing it in red. A square is kind of like, they say it creates dialogue. Okay, so whatever dialogue means, but maybe it's like these two planets are talking with each other not in a harmonious way. So Sun and Moon, and Sun and Venus here have teamed up. So things are looking shinier in your 12th house, which means another good day for you to sort of show up with out of the murky depths that you can escape. You can fall into the foggy places, but the moon in the 12th house, I think that could help, help you keep your head clear in those murky waters, so by shining a little extra light of individuality there. However, this alignment, I mean, this is affecting everyone. It's not just you, but for you in particular, it's affecting your higher mind, life philosophies. Ninth house is the way you look at the big picture. It also has to do with foreign environments. I mean, one way, it's being out in the world, exploring, traveling, learning new ideas, higher education. You know, let's say we have a big calamity, or we have some great lofty mission we want to do, so we go to school, or we broaden our horizons so that we can expand our current reality and get a better picture, a bird's eye view of the situation, which we can then later use to create practical worldly systems to benefit our security and help us rise to the top in whatever our ambitions happen to be. Well, Pisces, with the moon there conjunct Jupiter, you're really feeling the need to a need to have that big picture mindset today. But because it's also in Scorpio, it's like this has to do with your worldview. Okay, so I would wonder if Scorpio tends to have a worldview that because you feel so much, because you know so much, because you're in touch with so much compassion for human suffering and the human condition, Pisces, you might kind of have a sense for the world, like it's like you know that dark and deep and real stuff is happening. So your life philosophy has to incorporate this deeper reality understanding of human suffering, but also human elation and ecstasy, and just the extremes of the emotional experience. Pisces, you incorporate all that into your vision of, or philosophy of life. And today you're feeling it. Lately, you've really been expanding that sense, that expanding your philosophy, bringing more hope and optimism there. But you're also bringing in that reality factor of Scorpio. And today you're feeling it with the moon there. And it might feel quite expanded, quite intense. You're really going to be needing to have that philosophical experience today. What does that mean for you, Pisces? Does that make sense? Do you resonate with that at all? And so with that need to broaden your horizons, to expand the emotional connection you have with your life philosophy and whatnot, expand the depths of your emotional experience. I wonder if that might be at odds with a certain side of you that just wants to kind of cut off from the emotional experience. It just wants to turn it off so you can stay rational and harmonious. I mean, it's like the sun conjunct Venus in Aquarius here wants to have a way of, in the 12th house, wants to have a way of experiencing God, which comes with the full spectrum, right? The oneness that's all includes the pain, includes the ecstasy, includes the suffering, right? But it's like you might be feeling like, well, can't I just experience that in a rational way? Why do I have to feel it? And you might just want to cut off, like tune out, like, you know, not tune out, but more like escape into this non-feeling, rational way of dealing with it. And that might be at odds with the side of you that says, you know, no, this is real, this is intense, and we gotta feel it, we gotta embrace it. But how do I stay rational? How do I stay rational in the midst of the chaos of human emotion? How do I stay balanced and in harmony with myself? Well, Pisces, I guess you could escape and indulge in the fantasies of Neptune, your ruler, selfishly. So you might be inclined to really escape. I'd encourage you not to escape with any kind of negative habits, Pisces. Don't indulge in excessive behaviors that have to do with anything that you use to escape today. Don't cut out that way. You know, if you need to, I mean, you might need to do something to get loose of whatever the reality happens to be. Maybe a better way to do that would be to do some kind of meditation or chanting, or read a fantasy book, read a novel, something that expands your mind. Stay with the philosophical themes, maybe a TV show that you like. But I'd ask that you allow it to broaden your horizons, so that you can continue to expand your philosophy. So yeah, the male and female of the zodiac, sun and moon, divine mother, divine father, they're kind of at odds with each other today, and you may be feeling that. Everybody's going to be feeling that to some degree. And in that sense, though, you know, I've covered up Mercury, but you know, with everyone in such an argumentative mood, it could be, I wonder if it could be tipped off a little bit, because Mars here, Mars is sextile Mercury. Okay, that lends itself to, I'm drawing this green line between Mars, which is right here, and Mercury, which is right here. All right. So these two, Mercury is how we communicate. All right. In Aquarius, very rational, very scientific, very futuristic, very egalitarian, very diplomatic in its thinking. Okay, so here we are with Mercury there. We're thinking in the space of diplomatic ways, all right? Diplomatic, futuristic, quick, quick thinking, all right? And it's sextile Mars, which brings energy and direct action. So this is a good alignment. It means people are going to be quick to communicate. Mars and Sag, you know, I like this Sag and Aquarius lineup because, you know, we're really talking, that's like science fiction. So yeah, if you do that escapey thing, maybe read some sci-fi, or maybe read some astrology books or something like that. That'd be a great spiritual kind of twist on things. But I wonder if, you know, as well-intentioned as this direct line of communication, this quick foresight of Aquarius and Sag, you know, it's really just blurting out the truth, the weird truths. You know, it's electric. Zoom, you know, maybe it'll, as good as the communication is, there's some underlying tension that could be revealed by that quick, lightning fast communication between the Scorpio saying, feel deep, go into the darkness and uncover the secret truths that nobody wants to look at, versus Aquarius, which says, okay, yeah, you know, I see that stuff, but I'm not going to feel it. I'm just going to try to figure out a way that we can, you know, change. But this is kind of like stuck on it and doesn't want to change. And is this getting confusing? Because, boy, what I'm trying to say is that with this rapid fire assertive communication, it could trigger a little bit of angsty feelings between, you know, maybe inside of you, like a little bit of conflictive stuff, but maybe also between other people and you, regarding your deep, intense perspective on the world versus the reality of human suffering that people experience, and the need that we have to stay rational in the midst of that suffering. And to really let go and detach and get into alignment then with the divine spirit of compassion, harmony, God that you bring to the table. And if you have to be alone for a while to come back to that space, if you have to escape a little bit from the day-to-day grind, Pisces, do it, because you'll bring a really nice perspective to the table, which can help all of us resolve whatever conflicts we're dealing with. Because Pisces, you know, you're two fish. You know, this is your symbol, and they say, you know, these are like two fish. They're attached by a string, and they want to swim in other directions. It's like you're here or there. You're here or there, and you know, it's like you're literally a walking contradiction, Pisces, who can walk down the street while wanting to do and wanting to be and being different things at the same time, because you can really feel the totality of it all. And so Pisces, you'll be quite good at, you know, sitting with and dealing with this alignment, which everyone is going to have to deal with today. And Pisces, maybe a better way for the fish to swim is like kind of like how do I do that? Like, no, that's not it. Like this. No. Aha, like this. Yin and yang. It's like here are the two fish swimming in harmony. And maybe you can show us how to do that today, Pisces, as everybody is going to be a little bit edgy today. I'll guarantee it. Do what you have to cut loose, to stay rational, and to not worry so much about or pick up the feelings of other people as people are in tension today. Be the fish that understands the duality and of human nature, and please just have compassion for us all. That was my Sunstone Astrology analysis for today. Hope you enjoyed it, Pisces. Please leave me a comment. If this was too complicated, I feel like I got a little lost in the stuff. But you know, that's what we do sometimes. If you have any questions, just please leave one below. Thanks.